All righty. I'm live on two platforms. So, hello, YouTube. Hello, uh, Facebook. I had to think about which platform I was on. Now, normally I'd get on here on a Friday, which is tomorrow, but I'm not going to be able to do that because I have some readings scheduled. I might be able to get on in the afternoon. I do want to do the Witchy Box haul, but I do feel that what I'm getting ready to talk about is a lot more important. We've got a lot to cover with Financial Fridays. So let's get right to it. This will be a short and sweet recording, and I am recording it on Facebook as well, just in case there's glitches. But this is pretty much a financial outlook from June 1st through today. Um, and yeah, cryptocurrency is under attack. Um, and from my understanding and from watching what's going on, a lot of millionaires are preparing right now. Our currency is strong. The dollar is strong. So they're kind of stockpiling dollars, the American dollar. Um, they're taking the money out of the capital markets and they're holding record number amounts of cash. So um, this whole thing with fentanyl, I don't know if you heard, um, they're trying to some of our please remember wherever there's politics, there's money. Follow the money and you'll follow and find the culprits. But there is this whole thing with fentanyl, and they're trying to blame, at least Elizabeth Warren, my understanding, is trying to blame the fentanyl crisis on crypto. Now, because China is accepting payments in Bitcoin and whatnot, and this fentanyl subject is going, how do I put this? This fentanyl issue is going to actually bring the prices of crypto down lower at the end of the year. And this is also due to massive layoffs that are going to happen. My understanding is quarters 3 and 4 are going to be really bad for companies and corporations, things like that. So there will be massive layoffs. But this whole fentanyl thing, there's something very strange and bizarre going on. And Elizabeth Warren, Senator Elizabeth Warren, is using fentanyl as a reason why we need to stop crypto, which is absolutely stupid. But please remember, crypto is traceable. Cash is not. Okay? Crypto's traceable on a blockchain. Cash is not. Yes. Hey, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. So, Elizabeth Warren, Gary Gensler are creating this scenario here. I just heard a comment from Gary Gensler a few days ago. He was on CNBC, and he was stating that, according to Gary Gensler, the US doesn't need more digital currency because it has the dollar. This was in an interview back on Tuesday. He stated this. Well, he's in for a very rude awakening because it didn't make the news, but behind the scenes and not in mainstream media, Putin and Xi Jinping of China have worked out a currency deal. You got to follow like Vice News and other organizations. You wouldn't hear this on ABC nightly news. Um, this is all about them trying to, how do I put this? I'm trying to word this in the right terms. Basically, what's happening with Gary Gensler and this Elizabeth Warren individual is that they're losing control. And that's what's happening. People are taking control of their finances. They're losing control of the financial system, and they don't like that. They want control. What they are freaked out about is the competition with banks because many can now borrow from other lending places and cutting out those banks from private equity and private lenders. And that's exactly what is happening. Um, that gentleman I post a lot, Coach JV with the beard, he just tried to get a bank loan. Now, I'm one of his warriors, so I'm in his academy, but he tried to get a loan for something and the bank denied him. So he went with a private lender and got it. The banks don't have the money, I don't think, to lend right now. That seems to be part of the issue that's going on here. Okay, I covered that page. That page is done. But in time, you just wait till September, October, November. 401ks are going to drop. Stocks are going to drop. Yes, the crypto market is going to drop a little more than it is now. We are in a recession, contrary to what's being told. And there is another dip coming, and you're going to want to buy that dip. Remember my saying? Don't trip by the dip. Don't trip by the dip. That rings true. That rings true. Rest of my notes here. And this is also where we all need to become our own banker. Now, I am learning about this right now too, so I'm not educating you guys on it. I can't educate you on something I don't know very much about, but on July 15th, I'm heading to a meet and greet, and I get to meet some of these people in finances. I know astrology. I know the stars. I know how to conjure. I know magic. Finances, I do not, but I know that there's a very strong component between astrology and money. Just like the saying goes from JP Morgan, millionaires don't follow astrology, billionaires do. That rings true back in the early 1900s when he created that and stated that message. It rings true now as well. So it's me in the learning process of learning finances and trying to be better at them. But there's this opportunity coming where we can all build generational wealth for ourselves. We just we need to learn how to play the game and take profit when profit's available. Don't sit there and be greedy and wait and wait and wait. I made that mistake in 2021, and I will never make that mistake again. We all learn from our mistakes, especially when it's in finances. Now, Congress is working on settling or implementing crypto regulations. But here's what I find very interesting. Since December 2020, the SEC has gone after XRP and Ripple. And I don't really think people realize what is affected here. Before I start with what XRP and Ripple, who their shareholders are, who owns them, let me start by saying this. Just this week, SEC is going after Binance. Now they're going after Bitcoin as well. Or not Bitcoin, Coinbase, excuse me. They're going after Coinbase. And Coinbase, I don't think people realize this, is connected to the #1 asset manager in the world. Who is that? What company? BlackRock. Okay, Coinbase is affiliated with BlackRock. My understanding is there's a company called Aladdin that is attached to Coinbase, but on a whole, it's BlackRock that owns all of it. Asset managers, they own Ripple, they own Aladdin, and they have their hand in Coinbase. So this SEC thing is this is a show. This is a big show for everybody. Gary Gensler is, in my opinion, and I think they're trying to tank the economy in some way because they want that control. You see, and I can't stand neither party because each political party, the Republicans want to control our bodies, control our religion, raise our kids, control what we read, and then you've got the Democrats who want to control our money system. They're a bitch to the money system, and they don't want to lose that control. That's why the Fed now is being endorsed and getting ready to be put in place so they can watch your every little move. And that is not what the blockchain was ever created for. I say this again and I repeat myself. But this case needs to get settled and settled soon because this is just becoming ridiculous. Um, and what I'm learning from all of this, taking finance classes, is that my understanding is they, in the system of money and the game of money, they resist it, then they sue it, they regulate it, and then they join it. That's pretty much the system and how it's run. And that's something I've learned. And you really have to look at things in perspective. In the last 25, 30 plus, maybe even more, 50 years, since the 70s, the rich have gained about 134% in income growth, as to where the lower middle class have only gained 15%. And that is big. That is a big difference. And it makes me wonder, are they really here to protect the people of the United States? Because if you start banning cryptocurrencies in this country, you're going to have a lot of pissed off people, especially the younger generation, younger than myself. The boomer, not the boomers, the Gen Z and the millennials. This is the generation that's going to get pissed. You know, there's some of us Gen Xers that have invested in this, but I said this a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to say this one more time. That whole FTX thing, that there's something incredibly fishy going on, and I'm almost convinced that Gary Gensler's involved along with Elizabeth Warren. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, they always have lobbyists. It's just one of those things. So this whole thing with the crypto, the fentanyl, they're trying to fear a lot of you into it. They're fearing you into not buying it. They're fearing you into steering clear of it. But it is politically driven, and they are setting in that fear. They're setting that fear in place over crypto so you don't buy it. And a lot of us are going to miss out on one of the greatest opportunities of our lifetime to create wealth for ourselves and our families. So I'm going to keep reiterating this. Don't trip, buy the dip. Okay. And even as I'm learning, I am being informed that when there's blood in the street, I pull my money out or to make those investments, are fighting in the streets over rights, LGBTQ issues, and they're fighting in the streets. That is the time to go in and invest assets. Um, when people, my understanding is when people start getting excited and the economy starts getting better, you should have already pulled out of the system by then. It's just something I'm learning as I'm going along here. I guess I better put these back on. Now, if you go and you look at the financials, you've got Europe getting a blockchain in place, China, India, Brazil, all these countries are getting things set in place. Even in our own banking system, you're not going to hear about it, but like JP Morgan getting involved with something with India right now and their crypto. So our bankers are involved in it. It's just the media is telling you it's bad, it's drug related. Don't listen to them, please. Everyone around the world is getting their stuff together here. It's us that are losing our shit over crypto. And it really could potentially damage us as a nation if we don't get our shit together and get on board here. My understanding is that what they are afraid of, worried about, is the non-bank institutions coming in and taking their business. It's all about money, 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 money. And that's exactly what is happening. I know where I'm sitting today. If I needed to get a $25,000 loan, chances are pretty good I would not get approved by the banks. But because of the equity or assets I hold in cryptocurrency, I would easily get a $25,000 Bitcoin loan. So going outside of those institutions is what's pissing the politicians here in this country off big time. Now, my understanding is, and I haven't seen it yet, so I don't believe it. This is just hearsay. The Republicans are supposedly working on something to get these guidelines in place. I'll believe it when I see it, but the banks are simply not lending at the moment, and we are actually heading into a civil war. I don't care what you say. Um, I see it by October. There's someone said to me, aren't we going into a world war? Well, we're already in a world war. We just kind of don't realize it yet. There's many ways to be at war with a country without physical cyber war, cyber crimes, things like that. But the future is all about data, information, and technology. It's uh, you have to realize the United States of America is a puritanical nation. They present this image of being godly and puritanical, but behind closed doors, they're a bunch of dirty freaks, right? They don't want the American people to progress. They want them to be in subjection to you, the government. They want to control you. They don't want you to make your own wealth. They don't want you to create generational wealth. They don't want you to be independent. And this is what's happening. And like I said, I'll say it one more time before I get off this. There is something very fishy going on between the SEC, FTX, even Elizabeth Warren, and a couple of other politicians. There is something very, very strange going on. When I get more information about it, I will present it to all of you. But for the meantime, I just want to say on this Thursday afternoon, do not feed into the fear. Don't trip, buy the dip. And I'm serious, buy that H bar at 4 cents a share right now. XR 52 cents a share. I do think it's going to drop some more, so you might want to wait, especially we're in a wanting mess with money during a wanting phase. I move stuff around, but I don't invest or buy more. That's just me, and that's just my little astrological superstition. But look at other sources of news because you're not being informed now. Go to Vice News. It's one of the greatest platforms for news, for thinking outside the box. And, and my understanding is, hold on, I just got done watching another guy I follow named Tika Tuare. Now, I follow him, but I don't really, I don't pay for anything from him. You know, he's always wanting money and stuff, but the SEC is actually blaming. This is what he said this morning. I was looking at something he had posted. He was saying that the SEC is blaming cryptocurrency for the bank failures, and that simply is not true. Emlo, watch the weird. I don't understand Kapui. What does that mean, hon? Um. Anyway, SEC is blaming crypto for bank failures, and like I said, he said I only watch the world, the weird. The weird what? News? The weird news? I watch the weird too. Um, this is where I said it once before, the US doesn't need more digital currency because it has the dollar. Once BRICS gets going, and I mean in full swing, American dollars, pardon my French, fucked. Gary Gensler has his head up his ass. Sorry, but all the foreign banks are running into crypto. United States, they're running away from it like morons. And that's no bueno. Not good. I told you, if they make this illegal, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm leaving. I'm moving to Mexico. Anyway, I wanted to do this tomorrow, but I don't see myself having any time. I will get back on here tomorrow late afternoon and do my Witchy Box haul. I do hope this is a good recording. I am recording it on Facebook as well, just in case. For my Patreons, I will be, for the next, let's see, what is it, the 8th? The next 13 days, I will be writing and typing up a storm like a bandit until I have my dental surgery, because I don't know what kind of condition I'm going to be after that. So I'm trying to get all these forecasts out to you guys a little bit earlier than usual. And I think I've covered it all today, but I will be back tomorrow. Okay, and I will do my Witchy Box haul. My Witchy Box haul is all about druidry, so it should be very interesting. Kapui, I hope you're doing well, and thanks for tuning, my broom sister. And all of you out there, thanks for tuning. I know it's a short and sweet one today. I'm not going to pull any cards, but I will be back on tomorrow afternoon, and we'll have a lot of fun. I'll pull some oracle cards. And please give this channel a like. I am trying to build my following. Give it a like if you like what you hear. And what else was I going to say? And please join my website, astrologywitch.com. Sign up for those newsletters because you also get monthly stuff. I'm trying to be very diligent here and send out monthly newsletters now where I show you my new products that I'm selling, what's on sale, going on with the stars. So all of you out there, you guys have a great afternoon and evening, and I will see you soon. Blessed be my sister. I'll talk to you soon, love. All of you out there, goodbye. Ciao.